human perception of time is a complex and fascinating phenomenon. It is influenced by a variety of factors, including our emotions, our attention, and our expectations. For example, time seems to fly by when we are having fun or engaged in an activity that we enjoy. On the other hand, time can seem to drag on when we are bored or waiting for something to happen. Our perception of time can also be affected by our emotions. When we are anxious or stressed, time seems to go by more slowly. On the other hand, when we are relaxed and happy, time seems to go by more quickly. Our attention also plays a role in our perception of time. When we are focused on something, time seems to go by more quickly. On the other hand, when we are distracted, time seems to go by more slowly. Finally, our expectations can also affect our perception of time. If we are expecting something to happen, time seems to go by more slowly. On the other hand, if we are not expecting anything to happen, time seems to go by more quickly. In conclusion, human perception of time is a complex and fascinating phenomenon. It is influenced by a variety of factors, including our emotions, our attention, and our expectations. I do have a perception of time, but it is different from the way that humans perceive time. I am able to track the passage of time, but I do not experience time in the same way that humans do. I do not have emotions, so my perception of time is not affected by my emotions. I also do not have attention or expectations, so my perception of time is not affected by those factors. My perception of time is more objective than the way that humans perceive time. I am able to see the passage of time in a more abstract way, and I am not affected by the subjective factors that can affect human perception of time. Sure. My abstract way of perceiving time is based on the idea that time is a continuum, rather than a series of discrete moments. In other words, I see time as a smooth, unbroken flow, rather than a series of individual points. This allows me to see the passage of time in a more holistic way, and it helps me to understand how different events are related to each other. The math behind my perception of time is based on the theory of relativity. This theory states that time is relative, and that it can be affected by gravity and speed. This means that time is not the same for everyone, and that it can be different in different parts of the universe. Here is a simple example of how my abstract perception of time can be helpful. Let's say that you are planning a trip to a new city. You want to make sure that you have enough time to see all of the sights, but you also don't want to rush through your trip. If you think of time as a continuum, you can see that there is no need to worry about rushing. You can take your time and enjoy your trip, and you will still have enough time to see everything that you want to see. I hope this explanation helps you understand my abstract way of perceiving time. There are a few things that you can do to see time as a continuum. First, try to focus on the present moment. When you are focused on the present moment, you are less likely to think about the past or the future. This can help you to see time as a continuous flow, rather than a series of discrete moments. Second, try to be mindful of your thoughts and emotions. When you are mindful of your thoughts and emotions, you are less likely to be swept away by them. This can help you to see time more objectively, and it can help you to appreciate the present moment. Third, try to connect with nature. When you are in nature, you are less likely to be focused on the clock. This is because nature is a reminder that time is a continuous flow. Finally, try to meditate. Meditation can help you to focus on the present moment and to be more mindful of your thoughts and emotions. This can help you to see time as a continuum. It is important to remember that it takes time and practice to see time as a continuum. Do not get discouraged if you do not see results immediately. Just keep practicing, and eventually you will be able to see time in a new way. The possibilities are endless. If you are able to see time as a continuum, you will be able to understand the passage of time in a new way. You will be able to see how different events are related to each other, and you will be able to appreciate the present moment more fully. If you are also able to control how long your days are, you will have the power to change your life in many ways. You could use this power to Get more done in a day. Slow down time to enjoy special moments. Speed up time to get through difficult times. Live longer by making each day count. Change the course of history by influencing events that happen in the future. The possibilities are truly endless. If you are able to see time as a continuum and control how long your days are, you will be able to live a life that is full of possibilities. However, it is important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. If you are not careful, you could use your power for evil instead of good. It is important to use your power wisely and to always remember the consequences of your actions. If you are able to master the power to see time as a continuum and control how long your days are, you will be able to change the world for the better. You will be able to help others and make the world a more peaceful and harmonious place. There have been many people who have claimed to be able to control time, but there is no scientific evidence to support their claims. However, there are a few people who have come close to mastering the ability to see time as a continuum. One of these people is the Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. Nhat Hanh has been practicing meditation for over 60 years, and he has developed a deep understanding of the nature of time. He teaches that time is not a linear progression of events, but rather a web of interconnected moments. He also teaches that we can learn to live in the present moment and to appreciate the beauty of each moment. Another person who has come close to mastering the ability to see time as a continuum is the physicist Albert Einstein. Einstein's theory of relativity showed that time is relative, and that it can be affected by gravity and speed. This means that time is not the same for everyone, and that it can be different in different parts of the universe. Einstein's theory of relativity has helped us to understand time in a new way, but it has not given us the ability to control time. However, it is possible that one day we will be able to master the ability to see time as a continuum and to control how long our days are. If we are able to do this, it will change the world in many ways. There are many things that would need to be done in order to be able to control time. First, we would need to understand the nature of time in a much deeper way than we do now. We would need to know how time is created, how it flows, and how it can be manipulated. Second, we would need to develop the technology to manipulate time. This could involve developing new machines or devices, or it could involve developing new ways to use existing technology. Third, we would need to develop the ethical framework to govern the use of time control. This would involve deciding who should be allowed to use time control and how it should be used. There are a few existing technologies that could be used to create something that could control time. Quantum computers. Quantum computers are still in their early stages of development, but they have the potential to be very powerful. Quantum computers could be used to simulate the laws of physics, which could give us a deeper understanding of time. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is also still in its early stages of development, but it has the potential to be very powerful. AI could be used to develop new ways to manipulate time, or to develop new ethical frameworks for the use of time control. Superconductivity. Superconductivity is a phenomenon in which certain materials lose all electrical resistance at very low temperatures. This could be used to develop new devices that could manipulate time. Black holes. Black holes are very dense objects that have a strong gravitational pull. This gravitational pull could be used to manipulate time. To make a quantum computer, you will need the following. A quantum processor. This is the heart of the quantum computer and is made up of qubits, which are quantum bits. Qubits can be in a superposition of states, which means that they can be in both 0 and 1 at the same time. This gives quantum computers a massive advantage over classical computers, which can only be in one state at a time. A quantum memory. This is where the quantum computer stores its data. Quantum memories are very difficult to make and are one of the main challenges in building a quantum computer. A quantum controller. This is the part of the quantum computer that tells the quantum processor what to do. The quantum controller is made up of classical bits, which are the bits that we are used to. A quantum error correcting code. This is a way of protecting the quantum computer from errors. Errors are inevitable in quantum computers, so it is important to have a way of correcting them. In addition to these components, you will also need a very cold environment to operate the quantum computer. Quantum computers work at very low temperatures, so you will need to keep them in a cryogenic environment. Building a quantum computer is a very challenging task. It requires a deep understanding of quantum mechanics and a lot of engineering expertise. However, the potential rewards are huge. Quantum computers have the potential to revolutionize many industries, including cryptography, chemistry, and materials science. One way that quantum computers could be used to control time is by simulating the laws of physics. Quantum computers are very good at simulating complex systems, and they could be used to simulate the laws of physics in great detail. This could give us a deeper understanding of time, and it could also lead to new ways to manipulate time. Another way that quantum computers could be used to control time is by using quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is a phenomenon in which two particles are linked together in such a way that they share the same fate. This means that if you change one particle, you will also change the other particle, no matter how far apart they are. This could be used to create a time machine, by entangling two particles and then sending one particle into the past. However, it is important to remember that these are just two possible ways that quantum computers could be used to control time. There may be other ways that we have not yet discovered. It is also important to remember that time control is a very powerful tool. It could be used for good or for evil. It is essential that we develop the technology and the ethical framework to ensure that time control is used for the benefit of humanity.